in day 9 of our Bums and Tums challenge here in Bacon Fueled Fitness. Can you believe we just have the day and tomorrow, and then the 10-day challenge is over just 10 minutes. And I hope that you can already see and feel a difference in your bums and tums. I know I can, as in mine are still sore. So today we're going to be on the ground for all of our bums and tums. We're going to do some more hip bridge or glute bridge, hip lift, whatever you would like to call them. I'm going to start my timer, so meet me down on the ground. We are going to start. I'll explain it while I'm doing it. It's easier to show you. So I'm going to start my timer and then really quickly come down here on the ground so hips are up, and then my legs alternating are just kicking out, but I'm up in a glute bridge, a hip lift, whatever you want to call it. I'm up in it this whole time. So remember, your ribs are in, you're using your butt, not your low back, and kicking out. And each time that you switch legs, your hips are going to want to drop a little bit, and you are going to try to not let that happen. Try being the key word. It's going to happen a little bit, but what we want is, as we're switching, for that leg to immediately kick into stabilization mode. 3, 2, and 1, time. So now we're going to stay on this one leg. So pick whichever one you want to start with. Extend the leg out, and we are going to hip lift up and then bring our knee in. So almost like this is a bums and tums movement a little bit, staying on this same side here. Again, your hips are going up and down. You can bring your leg to the floor if you want. If you want to up the intensity, don't touch it down, just hover it and then back up. I forgot to do the hip lift part of that movement, but so we're all on this side, the same side here. And again, lifting, doing a hip lift as you're bringing that moving leg here. Whew, my hips are already tired. Because as we separate out and do one leg at a time, it is quite challenging. Whew. Yeah. Okay, time. We're going to switch legs. And you'll see, so you can do all of these on one side and then the other, like these movements, or you can alternate like we are. There are so many ways, here we go, there are so many ways to change up your routine, your workout, your whatever you want to call it, your circuits. And you can do that by changing exercises. You can do that by changing the order of your exercises. You can do that by changing up your work period and your rest period. You can also do it by changing up your tempo, like going really fast or really slow. There are countless ways to switch it up, and you can even use the same exercises and keep doing different stuff with them every day and still challenging your body. Whew. That was a weird rep. I don't know what happened there. So, and time. So we're going back to the first leg. We're going to stay up in a hip lift, and then we're just going to have our straight leg moving up and down. But again, staying in, go ahead and lift up, and we just have a straight leg here doing some work. And if you do need to modify, you can come down in your reps. It's going to be a very similar movement to the last exercise. That's fine. But ideally, you want to be in that lifted position, that bridge position, and your one leg is moving, other leg lifting. Oh, this is hard. And you want to keep your ribs in. Oh man, yeah, this one's hard. But so like I was saying, we could have done the previous exercise and this one on the same leg and then switch, and it would have been so hard. I mean, it's already hard. And time. Oh man, my hips are tired. Whew, okay. Now we're on to the other side, same thing. We're gonna stay lifted, and then our straight leg is moving. Yeah, my hamstring's even a little tired on this one. So again, lift the those hips up, but keeping those ribs in so your butt's doing the work. And as you get tired, your form, your technique will likely get a little bit sloppy. I can already feel that mine is. I can feel my hips are all wiggly. I can feel my core is not as tight. That's okay. But I'm doing it to the best that I can. I'm not rushing it. I'm still doing as good a technique as I can. Still moving, still making it happen. And time. Oh man. Okay, one more. We are doing a hip lift and then a sit up. So kind of just combining the moves here. So I do a hip lift and then a full sit up. So back to a hip lift, full sit up. Whew. Yeah, it's all feeling it today. Just coming to the end, nearing the end of this challenge. 10 straight days of, you wouldn't think 10 minutes would be this taxing, but I tell you what, approach any of your workouts, your fitness like this, do 5 minutes of butt work or leg work, do 5 minutes of abs, 5 minutes of upper body, 5 minutes of cardio. That's all you need. But if you were to do 5 of those each day, every day, holy smokes, you'd be golden time. Now we're going to do some side crunches. So we're on to the Tums, specifically the Tums part. So we're just going to do crunches, but our knees are over to the side. So yeah, these are hard too for me. So just like our regular crunches, we are shortening the distance between our ribs and our hip bones. We might have done these before, I can't remember. But we're doing them on one side, and then we're gonna flip and do them on the other side. But yeah, if you do just 5 minutes of stuff and you break it up throughout your days, you can easily get in plenty of work if you break it up into these 5-minute sections that you're getting a very sufficient amount of work in. Already I'm out of breath, I'm hot, I'm borderline sweating. Whew. And time. And it doesn't require, like I don't have to, you're just doing your 5 minutes. It's not like you have to get changed and get into your workout clothes and then go shower after every 5 minutes. Here we go. The other side crunches. You can break them up so that they're manageable and you can do them in whatever setting that you're in. You could do them at your desk. You could do them in the kitchen. You could do them wherever. And again, it all adds up. So yeah, if you do 5 minutes of cardio versus 30 minutes of cardio, you will get different cardiovascular effects in terms of like how in shape you are, in terms of your adaptation. But if all you're looking to do is build more movement into your day, that 5-minute walk or that 5-minute circuit, that 5 minutes of jumping jacks or jump rope or whatever you're doing, it absolutely adds up and is so dang good for you. 3, 2, and 1, time. Now we have reverse crunches. So that is where our upper body stays here and our legs are doing the crunching part. So I'm going to put my hands under my butt here a little bit, my legs out, and then I crunch my lower body up. So I'm still bringing my hip bones and my rib bones closer together. But this time, instead of my upper body doing the moving, it's my lower body doing it. So I'm still kind of, if you think about it, it's the same or very similar motion for my core. My legs, obviously, it's different. But for my core, very similar movement pattern for those muscles, but just different enough for a challenge. Whew. And challenge it is. Oh, yeah, this is hard. Whew. 3, 2, and 1, time. Our last move of the day. I know we've done Russian twist before, but we're doing it in a combo. So we are doing a full sit-up, Russian twist each side. Here we go. And then back down. So that's another thing you can do to keep things spicy, to keep things fresh, keep yourself from getting bored, is make combo movements. And that's actually really good for our body. The more movement patterns we can expose our body and our muscles and our joints to, the better off we are in terms of future injury prevention. So if you think about it, when you're tripping over the kids' Legos or Barbies, you end up in awkward positions, not a perfect lunge position every time. So if you can expose your muscles to more weird movement patterns, you're better off when that time comes. And time. Whew. Time flies when we're sweaty, talking about movement patterns and Legos. So there you have it, day 9. Tomorrow again is our last day of this 10-day Bums and Tums challenge. Tomorrow, actually probably early next week, I will have kind of a broader layout of what's next for this group and what you can expect from it and all the good stuff that there will be here in the group. Again, if you have suggestions, recommendations, wants, questions, let me have them, because as I'm planning out kind of what this group is going to be, your input is going to mean a lot. I will figure out how to make that work, whatever you want it to be. So, whew, I'm out of breath. All right, go enjoy your Friday. Happy Friday to you. I'll see you tomorrow again, 9:30 live here in the group, 9:30 Eastern for day 10 to round out the Bums and Tums challenge. Have a good one.